So, Honorable Haruna Iddridu, the Minister of Education, has come out to declare that from now, teachers should start teaching their students in their mother tongue for them to be able to understand them well. Yeah, I've always stood up for English being the official language, but I've always stand against the fact that children should be punished for speaking their own mother tongue. I don't know why children should, be beaten or punished for speaking their own language. I don't know why. I don't know why. People should be allowed to express themselves in any language they feel comfortable with. I don't know why they should be punished for that. I don't know why. But let's go listen to exactly what he said. I will be back to share my candid opinion.
President, the story is told of a young girl whose teacher somewhere in the Ashanti region went in and was waxing English, teaching at that early stages of development. Then the child told the teacher that eya kachwi kakrana mentiase. So, Mr. President, in line with that and with your authority, I'm directing the Director General of the Ghana Education Service and the GES that from today, teacher use of mother tongue instruction is now compulsory in all Ghanaian schools. The GES is to ensure strict enforcement of this. That child, that Ghanaian child, was not born into an English family, but a proud Asante Akan family, and deserves to learn.
So I think if you listen to an Honorable Haruna Iddridu without making any due diligence or analyzing stuff very well, you think there's nothing wrong with that initiative. You will think everything is okay, especially if you approach it with the Pan-Africanism mindset. If you approach it with the whole ideology of, let's also promote our own, and all those kind of stuff, I think you'll see nothing wrong with it. But I have a friend of mine called Kinofos. Shouts to Kinofos. I think I need to tag him. Yeah, he is an Akan. Man is an Akan. Yeah, and he was transferred to far north. He was transferred to far north. And this is a country in which we are, where we normally transfer, government workers, apprentices, anyhow. He was transferred to the far north, where, you will hardly hear someone speaking Tree. And in recent times, he came back to me and was telling me that, Charlie, things are very hard, bro. These people don't really understand my language. So, the easiest way to, communicate with them is the English language. And I keep telling people here that, look, you people are here, you don't really know what's going on in Ghana. I keep getting people coming to my studio each and every time. I keep getting people coming to my studio who don't even understand Akwaba. They don't know what it is because they were brought up in in a community or in a society where nobody understands the language. So just imagine transferring a teacher who was brought up in Kumasi or Techiman or Accra to go to, let's say, someone who was brought up in Tamale, or let's say Boko, or let's say Tatale, or how do you expect them to teach? How do you expect them to teach without, speaking the English language to them? Because that's the only language, that's the only way they can. Them. We are always initiating policies that are not well structured. And one thing that is always confusing we Ghanaians is the fact that when you come to Ghana, half of Ghana belongs to the accounts. Yeah, half of Ghana belongs to the accounts. And so whenever someone travel, whenever, we have, foreigners coming into the country, they will keep hearing Tree right from the airport to the center of the country, which is Techiman and Kintampo, those areas. And so if people like this do not travel to, because I know a whole lot of Nigerians who speak proper Dagomba than me. I know a whole lot of Nigerians. We used to have a tenant here. It was in Techiman that he came to learn. It was in Techiman that he came to learn Tree. When he came to Ghana, the only Ghanaian language he understood was Dagomba because, when he first came to Ghana, he was taken to Tamale and, that was where he went to, learn the whole Dagomba. And that's how things are. That's how things are. When it comes to Ghana, for instance, half of Ghana belongs to the Tree people. And so people always think, okay, every Ghanaian, that's how. And the saddest part of it all is the fact that even Ghanaians, majority of the people, living in the southern part of Ghana, think everybody in Ghana understand, the Tree. You understand? Majority of the. So I think the only way for the government to be able to, be successful with this initiative is by, decreasing the rate at which they are always transferring people. And also, whenever they are, selecting schools for, the SHS students, they should always keep them where they are. They should always keep them where they are. Because, you are, because, bro, I know a whole lot of people who went to school at Tamasco and Ghana school who come home and tell me that, hey, bro, Charlie, living there is very hard because these people don't speak our language. These people don't speak our language. They are always forcing us to speak their language. And, it's quite funny to me. It's quite funny to me. So people like this will always understand the realities, the situation in Ghana. But there are a lot of people who were brought up in the southern part of the country. They've never traveled anywhere. And whenever you are speaking like this, they think, yeah, I just try to be tribalistic or whatever. No, bro, I'm just speaking the reality, bro. I'm just speaking the reality. I'm just telling you the reality. Way back in SHS, we had this female teacher who was from, I think, the Upper West, and I think she came to Lentry in the South. Yeah, she came to Lentry in the South, and even with that, she always sounded funny. So most of the time, she preferred speaking English. Because when she speak the Tree language, people will be laughing at her. Yeah, people were laughing at her. So Charlie, people they felt like, okay, you understand. So just imagine, transferring this person to a school where, in an account community. Just imagine transferring, a Tree speaking guy to, a school in a Dagumba community. How do you expect these people to be able to teach? We are always taking initiative without any proper structure. So I think the only way you people will be able to be successful with this initiative is by decreasing the rate at which you people are always, transferring, teachers. If you think this person deserves to be transferred, then you should always keep them, take them to areas where they can, feel comfortable expressing themselves, to the students. You understand? Let me show you this a video of this man. Let me show you a video of this man.
Commonsly, the parent Labria national language in Saint Ghanaians. Nimfosha Bambe diaspora, Benzima Shahra. There are so many places KMP. Halite embassies mamanga, and the year Silmin Silbocos acto yel commonsly, northern part Kayina. Kabazilsri Agana Bihago. Kabayera in Nigeria, because acto near Ghanaian. Kabum de commonsly. Dozo halton shangabian ka kelo shepolo, captain ya na Ghanaian language, Karipa kan, ama chuyen yere. Dozo on the part of ye to ashel Haruna ni yelema, de viel pam, because dinde nang kataba pile, don't na to chang lo shepolo, to amara my problems, the my criticizable, the my ben yer shangaden simsinity yeleba.
So this man here is from the northern part of Ghana and he doesn't understand Tree. He doesn't understand Tree, and here he was actually pouring out his frustrations on how, in Italy, because he's living in Italy. In Italy, the moment you tell someone that you are a Ghanaian, they think, automatically you must understand Tree. And it's actually frustrating him, bro. It's actually frustrating him. And look, let me tell you people that any person who understands Tree in Ghana here, and it's not an Akan, is someone who lives within the Akan communities. As someone who lives here, all the people that were brought up, raised in the north, they don't understand it. You understand? They don't understand, those languages. They don't understand it. So you people should always consider these people. You understand? You people, look, the reason why I normally create my content in English is the fact that, I have brothers. Personally, I have brothers. I have brothers and sisters from the same mom, from the same father, who don't understand, Tree. who don't understand tree. And if I also try to, speak Dagomba to, my audience will be limited. If I try to speak tree, my audience will be limited because I will, I will be, just trending within the Ghanaian communities. You understand? And I always try to share the cake, bro. I always try to share the cake equally, and I can't understand me. And Northerner will understand me, someone in Wa will understand me, someone in Boko will understand, someone in Accra will understand, someone in Nigeria will understand. You understand? And look, even when you go into my analytics, most of the people that watch me on this channel are Nigerians. Most of the people that watch me on this channel are Nigerians. Before Americans, before Canada, before Ghana. You understand? So you people should always sleep. So, let's go back to the Honorable Haruna Iddridu. Yeah. So, Honorable, if you want things to be very successful, I think you people should decrease the rate at which you people normally transfer teachers and nurses to places. Just imagine transferring a Tree speaking lady to a Mosi speaking community. Just imagine transferring an Ewe speaking lady to a Dagomba speaking community. Just imagine transferring a Gan speaking lady. When you come to the southern part, I think majority of the people here understand the tree. Yeah. Majority of the people here understand the tree. When you come to but when you go to the north, because when you go to Who, for instance, okay, you hear the tree a lot. You when you go to, even in the southern part, when you go to the communities where the Northerners are, that's where that's where you will get to know that not everybody, even in the south, not everybody can. So I think, I think, if you look at things from the lighter side, you will see nothing wrong with, what Haruna Iddridu is doing, which of course I also support the promotion of our local languages and everything. But we should always try to, put measures in place, structure things well before we come out with certain things, you understand? Yeah. Anyway, my name is Jimmy Rafka. I think there will surely be a part 2 of this one. There will surely be a part 2 of this video. So I want you to, stay connected to my channel, and I'll be back.